Hi, welcome to Sumery P. Today I've got an easy Aussie favourite caramel slice. My version's with a crunchy biscuit base and tastes very caramelly. This was a special request from one of my viewers, Owen from Frankston in Australia. Hi Owen, thank you for the tip on creating this video. So if you'd like to see my version of a caramel slice, come with me and let's see. Also known as Millionaire shortbread here in the UK. Let's get mixing. So step one, you need to melt some butter. I've already pre-melted mine here. It's 125 grams or half a packet. I'll pop some notes up above for different measurements for other countries. And in here we've got 1 cup of flour. I'm using my favorite flour, my white spelt flour, but feel free to just use regular plain flour. And I'm going to add half a cup of desiccated coconut, which is about 40 grams. And this is optional. I love coconut in everything. No, I love coconut in this style of slice, but if you don't want coconut, just add a little bit more flour. And I'm using dark brown sugar because I like dark brown sugar. It makes it a little bit more caramelly. But if you can only get light brown sugar, add that. So that's half a cup or 100 grams. And it's a packed half a cup. So let's just whisk all that together. And this is our crunchy biscuit base. Oh, just before we started filming, I've popped my oven onto 180 degrees C and it's fan forced. I've prepared my square tin. This is a brownie tin, 23 centimeters square, and I've just greased it and lined it with paper. If you can only get a slice tin, you can do it in a slice tin as well. So I'm going to pour my butter in. I'm just going to use my spatula actually. And if you've got a microwave, feel free to zap your butter in the microwave. Just do it in like 30-second bursts so you don't overcook it. So let's mix all that together. This is like a melt and mix base, which is super easy. So once you don't see any of the flour, that's ready to press into our tin. I think we're pretty good. So it's created like this dough. So grab your biscuit. Grab your tin and let's throw all that in. Grab your tin and let's throw all that in. I'm a bit of a poet and I didn't know it. Sorry, that's just me being silly. I do like writing poetry. Let me know if you want me to send you one of my poems. Okay, so I'm just pressing, got a spoon and I'm just using the back of the spoon to press the slice in. So the biscuit base is ready to go into our hot oven and we're going to bake it for about 15 to 20 minutes. I'm going to set the time for 15 minutes and check it. Just on the middle shelf we're going to place that. So step 2, we're going to make our caramel filling. And it wouldn't be a caramel slice unless it had condensed milk. I'm sorry guys, this one's super sweet. You'll have to eat salad all week if you're going to eat this. So let's pop this little hob on. And I'm just using the same saucepan I had my butter in just to save on washing up. And we've got the other half a packet of my butter, which is 125 grams. I'm just using an unsalted butter, so that'll go in. And I've got another 100 grams or half a cup of tightly packed dark brown sugar. So I'm going to melt that down first before we add the condensed milk. So my caramel is a little bit darker than some other caramels because of the dark brown sugar. I'm just going to pop that down 1 degree. This induction hob cooks quite quickly. So now we'll pop all of our condensed milk in. That's 1 whole can, sweetened condensed milk. If you're following a vegan diet out there, I have tried vegan condensed milk and it's quite good. I just haven't used it in this recipe yet. I have my magic little spatula to get everything out. So that's all out. I'm just going to continue stirring that. We need to cook this for about 5 minutes until it's nice and thick. Everything's combined and you've got this rich caramel filling. I think that's ready. I can smelling like caramel and it's sticking to my bottom. So I'm going to switch that off. It wasn't quite 5 minutes. As I said, this induction hob is super quick. I'm just going to rest it on this heat-proof trivet. So while we're waiting for our base to come out of the oven, I'm just going to pop in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And if you want to make this and you don't have vanilla in the house, just go ahead and make it. It'll still taste great. The vanilla just adds another little dimension to the flavour. So let's just rest that there and we'll patiently wait for the biscuit base to cook. Time is going off, so I'm going to check it and see if it's ready to come out. Yeah, it's looking really brown around the outside, and my nose always smells to tell whether it's done. So I'm going to take it out, and now we're going to pour on this caramel sauce. And I just like to give it a little bit of a wiggle, just to make sure it's in every little corner. And now we need to bake this for another 15 to 20 minutes. I think it might be ready after the 15-minute mark. So once again, I'll put a 15-minute timer on and then I'll double check it. So our caramel slice is out of the oven and it's all bubbly. I'm just going to cool that there while we do the next step. Getting a bit hot in my kitchen, but the next step is we're going to melt some chocolate. So I've got a little jug of water and I'm going to just pop it into this saucepan. You can also do this step in the microwave. Owen requested Cadbury baking chocolate. I could only get Cadbury milk regular eating chocolate, but I'm a dark chocolate kind of girl. So I've got 100 grams of dark chocolate and I'm using a Lindt brand, and I've got 100 grams of milk chocolate, which is the Cadbury brand. But feel free to do all milk chocolate or all dark chocolate. And a little tip to enable you to cut through the chocolate really easy is to add a tablespoon of oil. I've got some coconut oil already melted, so I'm going to use that because I think it will go really nicely with the coconut base. But feel free to use vegetable oil or some kind of other neutral oil like sunflower oil. You could use olive oil, but it could be a little bit too strong. So we just want to gently melt that. Just going to give it a little stir. I love how on the caramel you can see like little crunchy bits that are extra cooked around the outside. They're my favourite bits. Our chocolate's all melted. While it's still hot, I'm just going to pour that over my caramel slice. And the oil also gives it a nice glossy finish. And to get it in place, we just wiggle the tin. So we just swivel it down and around, do a little bit of a swivel dance. I just realised I haven't danced in any of my videos recently. I'm going to cool that on my bench for about 20 minutes and then I'm going to pop it in the fridge and we'll chop it after about an hour or so. We just want to make sure the chocolate's lovely and set. So we're back with our chilled caramel slice. I actually left it overnight. It wasn't ready in time, so I thought I wouldn't rush it. So I'm just had it out of the fridge for about half an hour, just to be a little bit easier to release from my tin. So I've just got it sitting here on a breadboard and I've got a sharp knife and some hot water that I've just boiled. So I'm just popping my knife in there and then I wipe the knife. So we'll chop it in half. So I'm just chopping it in 4 strips. I'm just going to score the chocolate first. And the tip of putting the oil in the chocolate, that helps it not crack. So I'm just cleaning my knife as I go to get the chocolate off it so it doesn't make a mess on my slice. And then I'm doing it in just little squares. You can do longer pieces. This is how we like it. So just 4 by 4 by 4, so it gives about 16 squares. So let me come a little bit closer and I'll show you a close-up. So check that out. My base isn't too thick. My caramel's just thick enough and the chocolate is nice and thin. So let's do a taste test. I love the crunchy coconut base. It's kind of like a crunchy coconut biscuit base, almost like an Anzac cookie. The caramel is kind of chewy inside and the chocolate's beautiful. I think this is best to eat it just out of the fridge. So maybe pre-cut some slices and leave it in the fridge and serve it right out of the fridge. So let me know if you've liked my video. Hit thumbs up. I love getting my comments below. So send me a comment below what you think of my video and give this Aussie caramel slice a go. I'll pop a few other slice recipes up above, a few other Aussie treats. And thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.